Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, being able to go to bed at a time that suits you is a choice most people take for granted. But when you rely on someone else for support, the decision isn't always yours to make. Many disabled people rely on social care funding provided through agencies, and it's often inflexible and limited. In the latest part of our No Go Britain series, Jackie Enajiji Williams has been to meet people who, like her, are being forced to go to bed early and those fighting to stay up late.
I love performing. It's really something I want to do in my life, so yeah. I can't hear anybody. Is anybody out there? Hey! All right, cool. It's attention that you ask for rather than the ones that I get every day where people are kind of just watching you.
My name is, in the 5 seconds before I've even told you my name, you've judged me. You've decided what I can and can't do, you've judged me.
I can do whatever I want, but that's only possible if I have the right support.
Just smile and tell them that you're fireworks in the daytime. Thank you.
At home, my local council pays for a carer who helps me get in and out of bed. I've heard that a lot, that, oh, Jackie, you're super independent. And I'm like, I'm super independent once I'm in my wheelchair. Take me out of my wheelchair and I can't reach certain things. I have an issue. Most care agencies will only send carers until a certain time of the night. It means I'm forced to have a very early bedtime. The first suggestion was 7, and then they were so gracious and said 8 o'clock, and then now it's kind of between 8:30 and 9. It's a common problem for disabled people, but it can be an embarrassing one. If somebody wants to give me like a headlining slot, which is normally at like 10, 11 o'clock at night, I have to go, do you know what, can I like go on super early at 8 o'clock? If someone has a birthday party, it's the same thing. I have to kind of come, show my face, and then once it gets to a certain time, I like leave. And I think sometimes people think I'm being really rude, but I have to go because if I don't, I'm not sleeping today. I'm not the only one who's struggling to stay up late. In Brighton, a group of people with learning disabilities are fighting for their right to party. They have the same issue as me, having to leave events early because support workers don't work late shifts. The Gig Buddies project is rebelling against that.
One of the people, Michael, that I know, was at this pub and having a few drinks, and the staff turned around and said, oh, it's 9 o'clock now, we've got to go home. And it's not fair.
Gig Buddies is where you're matched up with another person to go to gigs. You're supported.
People with learning disabilities get paired with music fans who have the same taste as them. It means everyone gets to finish their pints in peace.
Sometimes we go to the bar and the restaurant. You have something to eat there, and then go for a dance.
I went to a cinema in the Comedia, and it was Star Wars Episode 7. It started at 12, and I got home about 2:30, and I loved it.
Bahana never used to go out much, but Gig Buddies have changed all of that.
When I was younger, I did spend a lot of time at home, very really down, and had some really down, dark days. So now I think I'm making up for it.
Getting out of the house means different things to different people.
This is a bomber 7. It can be used for cycling or rambling.
Exploring the outdoors is Martin's passion. He needs support to do it and receives funding from the council.
To pay for a PA to enable me to get out and get involved in the community.
He also used social care funding to pay for therapeutic massages and gym sessions to keep him mobile.
It's not for fun. Actually going to a gym or an activity, it actually improves the well-being, both physically and mentally.
Since receiving the support, Martin's needed less hospital treatments. But last year, he had a shock.
I had a review last November, and I had my budget slashed by about half.
They also took away money to pay for breaks with his assistant, which gave his family time off from supporting him at home. They suggested that he could go into a care home instead.
No, I want to be dead in a home. It's not my thing. It's cheaper to have a PA to support you to go away than it is to go into a home.
Martin's short break funding was eventually reinstated, along with some of his other support. Norfolk County Council told us that they're sorry they didn't get this right the first time, and they've recently reviewed their services. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to make the support I get work for me. Care agencies need to understand that if they have younger clients, we are not going to bed at 7 o'clock because that's ridiculous. In the week the Paralympics open, the world is being encouraged to think that disabled people are capable of anything. But many of us are still having to compromise our lives because of the limitations of the services we rely on.
Because technically it's your birthday too. Thank you.
That report by Jackie Enadiji Williams, and we'll be continuing our No Go Britain series tomorrow. Kathy.
I've been getting